What shoe styles are in and which ones are out for spring and summer 2025? Keep watching to find out. Hello everyone, it's me Serena. Thanks so much for stopping by today. Whether you follow the trends or you don't, I think it's always fun to see what the trends are. So today we're covering the spring and summer shoe trends. And before I get started, let me give a big old disclaimer that just because the powers that be say that something is trending or not trending, that doesn't mean that you have to stop wearing things that you love if they say it's on the not trending list. This is just to give you an idea of what to look for if you are making some new shoe purchases for the spring and summer. Things you're going to be seeing a lot in stores, and just things to keep in mind if you are looking for some new shoes and you want to make sure they're current and modern. And everything that I show today in the video, I will have links for all these shoes down in the description. There's actually 3 ways you can find my links. A lot of these are going to be through YouTube shopping. They don't link everything, but most everything they do. And those are the pictures that show up at the very top of the description box. You just tap on those and it'll take you to the website. But to get the full list of everything, I'll separate everything out by category, and that will be further down in the description. That's not easy for you to find. I will also copy everything and put it in a comment, and I'll pin it to the top of the comment section of this video. First of all, I'm going to go over some overarching trending categories that you're going to see in all shoe categories. And the first one is suede. Now, suede is a material that you're used to seeing in fall and winter, not spring and summer. But this year, suede is really big. You're going to see suede sandals, suede flip-flops, suede sneakers. All kinds of shoes are going to be in suede. So that is definitely going to be on trend this year. Another overarching trend that you're going to pick up on in today's video is that most of the shoes for this year are more streamlined. You know, we're not seeing so much of the chunky shoes like the lug-soled loafers and really chunky shoes that we did just a few years ago. This year, all categories of shoes are more streamlined and simple. And the third thing that kind of spreads across all the different categories of shoes is color. This year, there are 2 colors that you don't normally associate with spring and summer that we're seeing all over the place in spring and summer shoes. And that is the color deep cherry and mocha brown. So yeah, those are more fall winter type colors, but you're going to see them all the way through spring and summer. First, let's start with sneakers. So the throwback 70s style sneakers are still going strong. But what is a little bit new is this 70s track and field kind of sneaker. And these are really low profile, slimline sneakers. Some examples of this style would be these from J. Crew. These are the J. Crew Rec sneakers. And you can see that they're just very simple, very low profile, very streamlined. Another example of this style is the Adidas SL2 sneaker. And if you're a Nike fan, you might want to check out this one. This is the Nike LD 1000 sneaker. Other retro style sneakers that are very much on trend for this year is this classic one from Reebok. This is the Reebok Classic AZ sneaker and the Puma Speedcat OG sneaker. This one is very streamlined too. Real similar to those first ones I showed. Another shoe in this style of retro sneaker is this that I actually have. This is the Puma Easy Rider. Now this is just a very simple, you know, it looks like a 70s style running shoe. And of course I love the pink color, but it comes in additional colors. And I picked these up from DSW. I ordered them and they are incredibly comfortable and they run very true to size. But you can see how it's just, you know, streamlined. It's not chunky, it's not thick, it's just a very streamlined look. And I really am a fan of these sneakers and I think they look great with everything from pants to dresses, shorts, you name it. The other style of sneaker that you're going to be seeing a lot of this year is the clean and classic sneaker. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about your classic kids, the white kids sneakers. Now these, you know, go with everything. They are a classic. I find that they don't give me enough support unless I find a pair that's got some support in there. But the Keds Surfer sneaker, that's this one here, that's the classic Keds that you probably had as a kid. Also, the Vans Era sneaker. This is another example of this type of shoe. And the Sperry Cloud sneaker. All these are great examples of the clean, classic style sneaker. Now, if all these sneakers are in for 2025, then what's out? Well, kind of the opposite of what you just seen. So the super chunky dad style sneakers that were in style a few years ago, you're really not seeing those anymore. Now, if you have some of those and you love them, don't throw them out, don't get rid of them, don't feel bad about wearing them. If you love them, wear them. But if you're looking to buy a new pair of fashion sneakers this year, you might just want to look at some of these newer, more current styles instead. If you like these kind of videos and want to see more like them, please do me a favor and give me a thumbs up. That would really help me out. It helps me to see what you guys love and what I need to do more of here on my channel. And while you're at it, hit that red subscribe button. That way you won't miss out on anything new that I post here on YouTube. So the next category of shoes I'm going to talk about is flats. So within this category, you've got your ballet flats, your Mary Jane flats, your loafers, that type of shoe. So the first trend we're seeing for flat shoes is the boat shoe is back. And this kind of goes along with the preppy nautical theme or trend that's very hot for 2025. Boat shoes go right along with that. And some examples of some boat shoes would be, of course, the classic Sperry's. Everyone knows the Sperry's boat shoes. We've all probably had a pair of those at some point in our life. J. Crew has a good looking pair of boat shoes that I really like here. Even Rothy's. Rothy's are the shoes that are made from the recycled materials, you know, that are stretchy. They have a version of the boat shoe. If you're a Rothy's fan, then you can check these out. And if you're not sure about this trend and you don't want to spend a lot of money on it, you could try these. These are from the Time and True brand at Walmart, and these are priced less than $30. The next trending style of flats for 2025 is the woven or mesh flat. Now these started coming around last fall, and I didn't try them then, and I haven't tried them yet so far. I have mixed feelings about these, but I have found some to show you here that I think are cute. This is the woven ballet flat from Anthropologie, and as you can see, it is leather, so it's woven leather. So I don't know how comfortable that would be, or maybe it's smooth on the inside, I don't know. But that is one example of the woven flat. Another one that comes in this woven style is by Dolce Vita. This is their Reyes flat. And this shoe actually comes in like 10, I think, different colors and varieties. So if you don't want the woven, there's other options in this shoe. But this is like an open raffia looking fabric. And again, you know, I don't know how that's going to feel to your foot, but these are very hot this year. And in addition to the woven, there's also the mesh. Now these started coming around last fall. Also, these are more see-through than the woven. It's just mesh, and so you can see your foot. And there's something about that that just looks very strange to me. You know, if you want to wear a shoe, wear a shoe. If you don't want your feet covered, then wear a sandal. But anyway, these are all over the place, from designers down to the discount stores. And this one happens to be from Target. It's from their A New Day brand, and this is the Everly Floral Mesh Ballet Flat. So I don't know, you let me know, what do you think about this style of shoe, and will you be trying this trend? The next trend in flat shoes I wanted to talk about is the loafer trend. Loafers, of course, are a classic, but they're really trending this year with a new twist. So in the past few years, we have seen a lot of the chunky loafers with the thick heel or a lug sole. Some have been quite chunky. And we've also seen the ones that have like the thick gold braiding or chain design across the toe. Well, this year we're seeing a much more streamlined loafer, and it goes back to this overarching theme across all the shoe styles of, streamlined, low profile. And I found 3 examples of this on the Quince website. Y'all know that I love Quince. Their products are excellent quality for the price. I mean, you just can't beat them. These are all less than $100, and they're all real leather. So the first pair of this low profile loafer is the Quince driving loafer. So this is like your typical driving moccasin. It's very no frills. It's a low profile shoe, and then it's got the little nubby things, on the bottom and up the heel like all driving loafers do. Another example of the low key loafer is this one. This is from Quince too, and this is their horse bit loafer. And you see this is just very, low profile, very simple, kind of a minimalist design, but then it does have the horse bit detail there in gold to give it a little bit of pizzazz. I got these recently and I've already worn them, and they are comfortable right out of the box. This leather is buttery soft, and it does have some good padding inside there. This is a low profile, slimline, very modern take on the traditional loafer. I think I mentioned suede earlier in the video. Suede we usually think of for fall and winter shoes, not necessarily spring or summer, but this year we're seeing suede carry out through our spring and summer shoes, even in sandals. And also in our loafers. And this is another Quince loafer that I've had this one for a little while, and this is their suede loafer. And again, you can see it is a very kind of minimalist approach to a loafer. This suede is so nice. These shoes, again, like the others, are comfortable right out of the box, and they're very streamlined. They've got a very flat sole down here and a very minimal heel. But again, they've got the padding inside that makes these very comfortable. And even though these are a streamlined loafer and you can see kind of this almond tapered in toe, they are wide enough to accommodate my feet with my bunions, and they do not hurt, which is amazing. So this is another very on-trend loafer style for this year. I publish 2 long videos on YouTube every week. That's a long video like this one. And I post one on Sunday and I post another one midweek, either Wednesday or Thursday. But if you want to see daily content from me, outfit ideas, sale alerts, all that type of thing, you're going to want to follow me over on the post section of YouTube. And what is that? Well, if you go to my channel's homepage, you're going to see all these tabs across the top. It'll say videos, shorts, playlists, and one of these tabs is posts. And so click on that and you'll be able to see everything that I've posted, along with the outfit idea collages that my assistant comes up with. She shares those out there every single day. I will post sale alerts out there, restock alerts, anything like that, or I'll just share my outfit of the day. So check out the post tab here on YouTube. And if you're tired of all the ads and the nonsense on social media like Facebook and Instagram, then the best way to follow me outside of YouTube is on the Like to Know It or LTK app. That's a free app you can download and follow all your favorite influencers in one convenient place. And the best thing is there are no ads. You only see the people you follow, and that's it. And in the LTK app, you'll find all my outfits, regardless of which YouTube video they were in. So you don't have to remember, oh, what video was it that I saw her wear XYZ. They're all out there in LTK, and you can shop directly from that app. The little pictures at the bottom of each post or video are the product links. So you just tap on those and it'll take you to the retailer's website where you can shop. Or you can save things for later. You just tap that little heart, it will save that post or item to your favorites, and you can come back to it later. And if you save something as a favorite, LTK will notify you when it goes on sale. Or if it's something that's out of stock, they will notify you when it's back in stock. So that's a couple of really neat features that LTK has and can aid with your shopping and finding things. So I have a favor to ask some of you. So YouTube, they know a lot. And they give me lots of data about my videos, which ones get the most views or the most likes or the most comments. It even tells me where the views are coming from, you know, the United States, Canada, wherever. It tells me the ages of the people who are watching, if you have a YouTube account and you've entered that information. Another thing it can tell me is what kind of device my viewers are watching my videos on. So it breaks it out between TV, because, you know, most of us have a smart TV and you get apps on your TV. So there are people who watch on TV, of course, mobile device, your phone, tablet, and then computer. That's the other category, and it can be laptop or desktop. It's just all lumped into computer. So for those of you who watch on a TV, I'm speaking to you right now. If you watch me on TV, I have a favor to ask. Please, since you can't comment if you're watching on TV, please pull up this video on your tablet, on your computer or phone, and leave me a comment and let me know, do you ever do any shopping from my videos? That is, do you ever go back and click through some of my links to do any shopping? Or are you just watching for entertainment? Let me know. I'm really curious, because I was shocked to find out that over 40% of you guys are watching me on a TV. So please do me a favor and let me know if you're one of the TV watchers and if you ever shop through my YouTube channel. All right, now we're ready for my favorite category of spring and summer shoes, and that is sandals. There are some big trends for sandals this year. Some are new, some are things that we haven't seen in a while. So the first trend in sandals is the toe ring or toe loop sandal. I've already started seeing these pretty much everywhere. From the discount stores all the way, you know, to the designers, you're seeing the toe ring or toe loop style. So here are a few different ones if you like this look. This one is very affordable. It is by the Scoop brand and it is from Walmart. And you see it's very, very simple. It just has that single band and then the loop around the toe. This sandal from Sam Edelman, this is the Harlan sandal, and it is also very streamlined. It's a flat, you just got that single band around the top of your foot and then the loop around your toe. A very minimalist look. I also found these are the Carmela sandal from Vionic. I know a lot of you really love Vionic shoes, so this would be a good choice for some comfortable sandals with this style. As well as this one. This is called the Corsica sandal, and it's by the brand Softwalk. I have not tried this brand of shoes, but these look like they would be really comfortable as well. Another trend that's going to be really big for 2025 is the Fisherman sandal. I know some of you have mentioned to me in the past that you don't like showing your toes in the summer, so you don't like sandals. Well, this would be a good option for you because it is a sandal, so you're going to get that airflow and everything, but your toes are not totally exposed. So if you want to try the Fisherman style sandal, then Old Navy has a Fisherman style sandal. Now, of course, these are not going to be leather. They're going to be very budget friendly, being Old Navy. But if you want to try the trend and not spend that much on them, then this would be a good option for you. And I also found this one from Dolce Vita. This is in raffia. It's called the Hollis Fisherman sandal. It touches on another trend that I have seen a lot in sandals and shoes this year, and that is raffia. We're seeing a lot of raffia, like in the Mary Jane flats or those woven flats I showed you earlier, and in sandals, a lot of this raffia texture. Another sandal trend that is big for 2025 is the clog style sandal or clogs. This goes along with the boho trend that is really big for 2025, and this is a boho style of shoe, so that makes sense. Whether it's a true closed toe clog or a sandal with clog styling, you're going to see a lot of these. So here's one I found from Old Navy. Again, Old Navy is a great place to shop if you want to try something trendy and not spend a lot of money for it. Something that you're not sure if you'll like it, or you just don't want to make that commitment. They do a very good job of keeping up with the trends. So you could try this clog sandal from Old Navy. But if you really like the boho style and like the idea of clogs, then you might want to try this one. It is from the brand Clark's, and I know that a lot of you have told me that you love Clark's. You wear their sandals and other shoes, and they are great, comfortable shoes. So this one could be a good option for you. So while the chunky loafers and chunky dad style sneakers are not exactly in style this year, there's one area where we're still seeing a little bit of chunky, and it's in the platform sneaker. Those are still very popular. So Steve Madden came out a couple of years ago with the Mona sandal, and they've been insanely popular. They were a knockoff of a Gucci sandal, and then everybody else jumped on the bandwagon. You can find sandals similar to this at Walmart, Target, Amazon, pretty much everywhere. So 2 years ago, I got the Mona sandal in black, and it's still in great shape. These are real leather. They have a nice bendable sole, and the insole is nice and cushy, and it's got some arch support. And I like the fact that this is Velcro, and you can adjust it to get a custom fit on your foot. And I liked those black ones so much that last year I went ahead and bought the same sandal in this bone color. So that way I have something to wear with lighter outfits. And I reach for these a lot, and I have not regretted this purchase one bit. And these sandals right now are on sale on the Nordstrom website. So if you're interested in these, now is a great time to pick them up. And to riff off that sandal style, Steve Madden came out with the Big Mona. And so that is the same style as the Mona sandal. It just has the chunkier platform sole. And these come in lots of fun colors and textures and patterns. So if you want something a little bit chunkier, a little bit thicker sole, then you might want to check out the Big Mona. There are two sandals from Sam Edelman that kind of fall into this category. I've seen them both. I want one of the two of these. I don't know which one yet, but maybe you can tell me which one you like the best. This one is called the Narissa sandal, and it is so pretty in person, and it does have that kind of chunky sole, and I think this would just go with a lot of things. And I like a two-band sandal. If it's a slide like this, I find that that helps keep it on your foot better than just having one, you know, strap at the front of your foot. I like this two-band style. And the other one that I really like is the Rowan sandal from Sam Edelman. And this one comes again in a lot of different color choices and texture. These also have that raffia texture on several of the color options. So I'm trying to decide between these two. So let me know which ones you like. So we talked about what's out, and that is, you know, your chunky dad sneakers, your chunky loafers. But what else is out for 2025? Well, I think you're going to be happy about this, and that is sky-high stilettos. So whether it's just a really high stiletto heel or the platform pump with a stiletto heel, we're just not seeing those right now. And I, for one, am perfectly fine with that because I wouldn't have worn those anyway. So you want to look for just a classic pump with a shorter heel. And yes, the kitten heel style is still going strong. So if you're looking for a dressier shoe, either a pump or a slingback in the kitten heel style is the way to go. So what do you think about this year's shoe trends? Do you like them? Do you not? Let me know what trend you think you'll be trying and which ones you'll be passing on. Leave me a comment and let me know down below. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I appreciate you. And until I see you in my next video, have a stylish day. Bye.